Katrina Merriweather and the Cincinnati team. They're still figuring it out, just like we are, just like all of us as, the newcomers. We're still trying to figure it out. And she and I talked about that at the beginning of the game, just at halftime, of just how hard the gauntlet of the Big 12 is, because it's such a great conference. Such a great conference. So again, I know Katrina is going to get her team going because she's a hell of a coach from Wright State and Memphis, and the things she's done in those programs. And I know that program, where she is right now, Cincinnati, is going to be one that's going to be on the top. But today it was our day. One of the best stats we had was 14 assists off of 18 made baskets. And it was tremendous, because we've been talking about that. We've been bogging down in games with not sharing the basketball, not trusting in those kind of moments. Who would think Cam would step up and make 2 big shots, 15-footers down the stretch, when normally we wouldn't pass it to her? And so again, that trusting is starting to come. I explained to the girls that in February, we're usually pretty good. In the COVID year, we went 10-0 in February. We've always 6-3 or 7-2 or something like that in February, but I'm really proud of them for sticking, because again, that UCF game was really tough. We had so many moments where we had the game won, and then we had a lapse in judgment, a lapse in doing our job on defense, and just gave up something. And I think we expected them to just give us a game, and we didn't go and take it. But today is really gratifying. We came back, we worked hard, we did what we need to do off of one-day prep, because they had to have a day off, and now we back in the left column, and so we're looking forward to Baylor on Sunday.
Coach, what makes the Big 12 so difficult?
First and foremost, it's just all the styles with the different coaches, some really, really good coaches, and then you got the different styles of play. UCF was just drive it down your throat, back screen team. Cincinnati, here you got a zone team that got so much athleticism and length to be able to just make things difficult for you. And you got an Oklahoma team who probably dribbled the ball 50 times the whole game. Everything was pass, back cut, pass, back cut. Who we played before that? A BYU team that's going to ball screen you and try to do high-low stuff. So everybody is so different. TCU that's going to ball screen you. They didn't have their best players and things like that. Ball screen you, shoot the three, play fast, up-tempo, and just so many different styles. That's why I told the girls, I said, we can't adopt to everybody that come in here. We have to be who we are. You have to be the pressure man-to-man team. We have to turn them over 25 times or more. When we turn over people 23, 24, 25 times, we win. And you have to be that and play with that energy and play harder than everybody else. Because again, everybody else has been in the Big 12, they have Big 12 players. We're trying to develop Big 12 players. And we're right there. But again, those players and those other schools, Texas Tech, they've been there, so they know what it's like. We're still understanding that. We're still understanding that when you have one possession where you take off, that's a 3 that's going to hurt you. That's going to be an and 1 that's going to hurt you. Then you can't have back-to-back-to-back empty possessions, then come down and they get another score, like we experienced at West Virginia. So again, so many different styles. The players are so great, and the coaching is so good that it just make it the gauntlet.
Did that surprise you, or has it surprised you, of how difficult it has been so far for you and the newcomers?
It really has. It really has. I think I kind of looked at what we did in American over the last 3 or 4 years where, we helped people who were number 1 in the country in three-point field goal percentage defense. And I thought we might be in the top 5. We might give up 3 or 4 game where we were only giving up 1, 1.5. And that thing has went to like 6 or 7 because players can shoot it. And mid-range, we were number 1 in the country. We held people to 22% and things like that. That thing is, people are shooting almost 50% against us. So those kind of things, because players make plays. We can defend that all the system stuff they do and things like that, but then when they get to one-on-one action, players make plays, and that's the difficult part. In American, we would kind of, can get up and deny people and not let them pass the ball, kind of something like we did today, but players make plays. Where Cincinnati was taking those long shots tonight, other teams are driving that thing when they get to be one-on-one, and we wasn't doing a really good job of keeping people in front of us.
How are things going in terms of getting more and more Big 12 players on the roster?
That's the thing that's really, really great for us because, again, with the NIL stuff that the girls are starting to get right now and all the stuff that our administration is making, provide for us to be able to make ourselves more where people want to come here. You know, now they're getting to be able to see what it is to be here at Houston. So we're starting to look like the shiny coin now a little bit. So kids are really acquiring. So my email is filled all the time. I'm getting calls from people all the time, but you can't really focus on that part of it because, you know, some of them are people, AU coaches, I think such and such might go in the transfer portal and all this kind of stuff. And then they're, you know, my player, she's in the SEC and all that kind of stuff because it's happening all across the country. You know, we're not inquiring about people, but people are already calling them, like, don't tell me their name, we're not doing that, you know, that kind of stuff, because we don't want people doing that to us. But it's starting to come and it's starting to happen. And I'm really, really excited about just the opportunity that people want to look at Houston and know that we're a Big 12 school.
Any more questions?
That's all. Thank you for your time.